And, with that, at this particular track, in golf there are majors. Other sports there are majors. I think, can we all agree that Indianapolis Motor Speedway is a major after Daytona, maybe Talladega, and a couple of other ones? I do.
Yes.
Steve?
I'm sorry?
No,
I didn't have a comment.
Oh, you didn't have a comment. So for me, the structure is absolutely incredible. You heard Joey Logano talk about that in the last show. How prestigious is this track? Denny Hamlin is not won here. He's come close a couple of times. And Hamlin tells us what it would be like if he was to go ahead and get into victory lane at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Denny?
Teacher.
I don't think I've ever wanted to go back-to-back so bad. I mean, that's a track that I've just come so freaking close to winning, and I just want to cross off all the major racetracks on our schedule. It's going to be hard. I mean, we're going to have to qualify well. There's just so many things that's going to have to go really well for us to win that race. It's not like any other conventional track where you got speed, you're just going to go through the pack. It's just not that type of racetrack. But the history of it is unlike any other. I mean, even when you're driving it, you feel like you're at a historic racetrack. So highly, highly, highly motivated. All I can hope is that something happens this week that derails everything, and then I'll do better.
You have any comments on Denny? Obviously, all the veterans want to win this, whether you're Joey Logano, a future Hall of Famer, Denny Hamlin, a future Hall of Famer, and a couple other ones in there as well. Chase Elliott and, of course, Tyler Reddick, some of the Indiana boys, they all want this as well.
Well, if you're Denny Hamlin and you're coming off the huge win last week at Dover, you now lead all drivers with 4 wins. If he were to score his 5th win, his second consecutive weekend being on victory lane, Roy, I think that really sets him up for a strong entry into not only into the playoffs, leading all drivers with the number of wins, but also takes the pressure off these last remaining races in the regular season, unless Joe Gibbs Racing feels like Denny may have a shot at the regular season points challenge. Now Byron and Chase Elliott are up there neck and neck in the points, but can Denny put together a few strong showings here in terms of stage points racked in, as well as a win to now put him in position to take the regular season points title?
Yep. That's something for the fans to look for this weekend, because you got the conclusion of the bracket challenge, the in-season challenge, the tie and tie show, as Ty Gibbs and Ty Dillon go at each other. Be interesting to see how that comes out. Plus the battle between Chase Elliott and William Byron. Chase Elliott moved to the top of the point standings. That 15-point bonus at the end of the year for the regular season champion is a huge bonus to carry into the playoffs. So watching those two drivers and where they end up at the end of the stages, and of course at the end of the race, how many points they accumulate is going to be another factor for fans to pay attention to.
All right, so when we come back and just right after our break, we're going to take a look at who we think is going to win the tie versus tie battle and who we think might be in to make the playoffs. As the battle is kind of shaping up, it looks like the winners are all there. We're going to have that for you in just a moment.
This August, a full-throttle festival comes to upstate New York. Camp under the stars, then witness the brightest stars of NASCAR battle for a crucial playoff spot. NASCAR Weekend at Watkins Glen. Get your tickets now at theglen.com.
The tie versus tie show. I know that we all had Ty Gibbs versus Ty Dillon. We all had this, right, in our bracket challenge? I'm up for the million. How about you guys?
Ty Dillon, the 32nd seed, that's pretty awesome. You know, the lowest seed in the tournament goes to the final. So, but he won't get past Ty Gibbs. And you know, my pick for the race is Ty Gibbs. So if he is able to pull that off, it's going to take one more available points spot away. And I think the driver in the biggest danger of dropping out of the top 16 is Bubba Wallace.
Yeah, on tie versus tie, I'm with you, Steve. I think that the Cinderella story comes to an end this week. It will statistically, looking at the data, it's hard for me to imagine. Of course, he's defied all statistics for this entire challenge, but I think Ty Dillon, it ends this week. Cinderella story is over. Ty Gibbs will win the $1 million. Is how I see it, Roy.
Okay, for me, I'm going to go with Ty Dillon, and I'm going to go just to be contrary to you guys. I tell you what, I really didn't know who this kid was. He has no business beating Ty Gibbs. I mean, obviously he has the team and all that kind of thing. I will tell you, I love his sense of humor. If for no other reason, when he talked about when he beat Denny Hamlin and he said, "I beat your favorite driver." I mean, that just cracked me up. And then he did the same thing against Brad Keselowski the following week. He says, "I really need to be a gentleman. I really like Brad." But he says, I beat you, and so I thought that was kind of funny when he did all that. Ty Gibbs definitely, like I say, he's got the better team. He's got the better car. He's on a roll. He should win this, but I'm going to go with Ty Dillon just because you never know what happens in a race. And that's the only reason why. You just don't know. It's the X factor in the NASCAR race. As far as points are concerned, we have 12 winners. We only have room for 4. Tyler Reddick is in. If you think about this, he's up over like the 18th place guy by 140 points. You have 5 races left. Take 140, divide it by 5. He's not going to lose 28 points a race. It's literally he's literally going to have to take up a skydiving hobby and just have to go away for the next month. So I don't see that happening. I see what Steve says on Bubba Wallace. Bubba, I don't know. I don't even know if Bubba's going to be with 2311, depending on what happens in December. I mean, I kind of wonder if they're going to, I don't even know if he's going to be with them unless they win the lawsuit. But I don't know. How about Ryan Preece? Does anybody think he's going to make the playoffs? He seems to be on the outs as well. Alex Bowman, I think, is going to make it. But I think Alex Bowman, he has a great shot to win his way in. He could win this race this weekend. I wouldn't doubt. I mean, I'm babbling right now, but he went on last week, and he was the third Penske, or not? I'm sorry, the third Hendrick car, going in there. And I know you guys were talking Penske earlier, but I don't know. I think Bowman could very well do it. How about you guys?
You're right. Go ahead, Bob.
I was going to say Bowman's. He's sitting 14 right now. He's got at least a 2 race cushion. If it all went sideways. So I feel pretty good about Alex Bowman. I agree with Steve that being on the bubble right now, especially at 16 points, Bubba Wallace is in real danger. And, if Ty Gibbs does get that win, he's in, that takes that spot. But he's also just, he's 19th, only 52 points back. So Gibbs could be the person that knocks off a Ryan Preece or a Bubba Wallace and gets in there on points, just looking at how consistent he has been the last few weeks, Steve.
Yeah, I think the story on Bowman is that he's sort of okay. Okay, he could point his way in, but he'd feel a lot safer if he posted a win. I don't think it'll be this weekend, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Bowman win before we get to Daytona. It's going to come down to I think probably 2 spots on points, and so the way it is right now, if you're below the cut line right now, you better be looking for a win.
Yeah, we all remember the incident when Bowman got tangled up with Denny Hamlin at Martinsville a few years ago. The infamous shirt sale that came out of that, the hack, you're a hack shirt that Bowman produced as a result of that incident there at the end of the race. But that tells me the Hendrick notebook, especially for the 48 car, of how to get dialed in at Martinsville is pretty strong. So if Bowman can be consistent these next few weeks and then really has a strong shot at Martinsville before we go to Daytona.
Well, we have one last driver to talk to, and we have Noah Gragson, who's going to be talking about his experience at the Indy or at the Indy Speedway at the Brickyard 400. So Noah, what is your experience so far? You're a Las Vegas kid coming in here to a great place to run. What says you about the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and is this someplace that you think you can pull off a heck of a victory?
Yeah, we're excited for it. I think Indy's an awesome place, and I had a lot of fun there last year. So, with that being said, I'm excited. It's another week to get onto the racetrack and try to have a good run. We've had good speed, pretty much all year. Just have had atrocious luck, just getting collected in wrecks, and it's been a bummer. But we're looking forward to the positives, and that's the opportunity that's ahead.
Noah Gragson talking about Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Any final comments?
Well, I sure love watching that young man race in the Xfinity Series, and he has demonstrated he's got incredible talent. I think they're getting the car dialed in for him, making him a bit more comfortable in the car. Can't wait to see how that comes together for Noah this weekend at Indianapolis, Roy.
Keep it tires down there, Gregson. That would be the best advice. I don't look for him to be taking a checkered flag this weekend, but I do look for the kid to continue to improve, and I think next year could very well be his year.
All right, Bob Francis of GoFullThrottle.net. I kind of gave away your tagline, but what are we going to find when we take a look at your awesome website? Because it's certainly racing all the way.
Well, we've got F1 is back racing this weekend at Spa, so we'll be doing a lot of analysis on that. But super excited to run the numbers. We have a little bit more practice time for the race coming up here at Indianapolis Speedway. That'll be a big event for us on Saturday, is to pull in that practice and qualifying data, and then we'll put out our final recommendations for those playing fantasy and pick the winner. Steve,
tell us where we can read to you and what's upcoming on your NASCAR coverage.
TheLascoPress.com. That's what our focus will be this weekend. We got no motocross, we got no golf major, so we're going to be concentrating on NASCAR for sure.
And so with that, we appreciate everybody. We want to thank Dan Z from Ford Performance, for Noah Gragson. We also want to thank Bob Francis for coming on, also Steve Schweitzer. I'm Roy J. Akers from Skyview Sports. And check us out as we are inside the Cup Garage, and that's happening. And check us out as we have 2-3 shows every week. Bye, everybody. All right.
This August, a Full Throttle Festival comes to upstate New York. Camp under the stars, then witness the brightest stars of NASCAR battle for a crucial playoff spot. NASCAR weekend at Watkins Glen. Get your tickets now at theglen.com.